Hello, welcome back to Helping Hand from OKC. Today here I'm going to show you how to save yourself about $1,900 in replacing your radiator. I have a F-150, a 2004 model that has a leak. I ordered the radiator off online. You can get them at Amazon, you can get them at Home Depot, at eBay. It's going to save you a ton of money. The big box storage is going to cost you about $250 to $300. I was able to pick up the same radiator for about $100. So here we go. Let's get started. First of all, you want to drain it. I already have this one started to drain. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the lines. And some of the tools that you're going to need for this is a special line tool that you have to purchase. It's about $9. You can get it at I already removed my shroud. I already moved my shroud and my air breather when it went here. It was just one screw holding it up here. You just take this screw out, pull your air breather away, and this shroud, it takes a couple of screws. And then we have this out. And also, I don't know if you can see down here, there's a fan clutch. In that fan clutch, you actually have to have a special tool that you can actually get at AutoZone. They'll lend you a tool, and it's approximately $50. As long as you bring it back, you can get your money back. So it's a great tool to hold this clutch. So I have this one already loose. So we're going to go ahead and remove this line here is actually our overfill line. You just squeeze these in like this. Pull it off. Just squeeze that in. This is our overfill line that goes over to your reservoir tank. You want to get that out your way. Next, we're going to move your other hose. This side. We're going to move that out our way. Cut that off. You have a hose at the bottom as well, but I'll get that one shortly. We're going to go ahead and loosen up this shroud. It takes like 8 millimeter or 10 millimeter. Should be one on each side. There you go. Like I said, there's one on each side that holds this cover on. And once you get those loose, there's your fan here that I don't know if you can see that. It's screwed on. It's a backwards fan clutch. And you have to get this fan clutch loose and off before you can move it, before you can move this shroud. So once you break it loose, you can just turn the fan with your hand and it'll come off. There you go. That's off. And now you want to go ahead and lift your shroud up. Get your fan out. This is the fan I'm telling you about. This is your fan clutch. This particular bolt here, it has to turn that way to loosen and that way to tight. But you'd have to get a special cycle zone. You get at AutoZone, they'll lend it to you to be able to loosen this up. Once it starts to break it loose, you can turn it off with your hand. Got your clutch out the way. Now you got your shroud cover. It's your cover. I'm going to move it out the way. Now you're open. You can see what all you to do. I still have it draining. While it's still draining, it should be about empty. These particular lines, it's the tool I was telling you about. See this how for different sizes hose, 3/8 and a half-inch hose. And what do? You take it and put it over the bevel part like here, and you got to push in. Once you push in with this hand and pull, it comes right on out. See that? You put it over there, push in and pull. Same way on the bottom. Okay, that's it. Those lines are off. Those are your transmission coolant. That's your transmission lines that run to your transmission. Because your transmission lines run through this and it keeps the transmission fluid cool. Okay, now at the bottom we have a hose that attached at the bottom. Sometimes people use it like a special tool. Sometimes I find the channel locks work just as good to get to this bottom hose clamp. You just squeeze it in and move it back. Now you may lose a little fluid, so be prepared to have something underneath it. And if you have fluid and just lift it straight up and it'll keep from wasting it. Now I have all the lines unhooked. I have the coolant lines unhooked. Now you got 2 bolts over here at the top bracket. You remove these brackets. That's the holding bracket with the bushing. You want to make sure you keep these rubber bushings and everything. Let's go on that side, on the other side. That's your other bracket and boot. Now if you have that off, so all we have to do now is ready to come out. Go ahead and tighten up this plug that you loosen up. Drain plug. You lift it out. That's the drain plug I was showing you. The bottom here. Oh. That just turned. This one was broke off. But it's unscrewed and the fluid will come out here. Once you unscrew this, when you're draining it, it'll come out here. The radiator that we're going to be installing. You want to inspect it. Want to make sure this plug, that's the plug that you're able to take off to loosen, to drain it. On my other one, it was broken. You should have a tang at the bottom on both sides. One on that side, one on that side. You got some ears that need to have your clips. You need to pull our clips off an old one and put the clips here. I'll show them to you. This is what the clips look like. You want to make sure you put them in. I must have dropped my other one because it wasn't there. You just bend them a little bit. You want to make sure they're there, or you won't be able to tighten up the radiator. Make sure you got your clips on both sides. Now, a lot of times people, we want to make sure, see that better, you're not tightening them up too tight. If not, you'll strip out this housing. I'm going to take one off so you can see. It comes with an O-ring here and an O-ring here. But these are too long, so when you tighten it up, this is made for a deeper one. So when you tighten it up, don't tighten it up too tight. You want to just snug it. Some people put a little sealant here. You can for extra. It's not required. But I just put a little bit because you don't want to have to redo this. Just a little bit here. And then screw it in. On this one as well. You don't want to tighten them up too tight. You just want to just snug it. If you tighten it up too tight, you'll strip out this housing. And if you strip out this housing, you have to get another radiator there already. So you just tighten it up till it stops. You snug it really good. There you go. Same on that one. I always start stuff with my hand first to make sure you don't strip nothing. Or cross thread. You don't want to cross thread, but trying to tighten it up and it's real tight. And then stop. There you go. There you go. Now we're ready to install it. You got inserts at the bottom with the hose. There'll be rubber boots. You just sit it right down in those little pangs, go right in those holes, like so. Now these are the same. It doesn't matter which one go on each side. Just make sure you put them back. This one there. Like I said, I always start stuff with my hand, so you don't cross thread anything. So make sure everything looks good. Nothing's leaking or broken. Good and tight. We're going to go ahead and put our shroud on. We're going to go ahead and hook up our hose first. And when you're squeezing those clamps, you want to squeeze it and pull the clamp all the way up on the hose. And then kind of do a pull mark. Make sure that it's not going to pop off or anything. The shroud back in. What I usually do is pick the shroud like here. Hit your fan clutch. Put your fan clutch inside. And then slide your shroud down. You may have to wiggle a little bit. Go. There we go. Go ahead and put your bolts back in. These two bolts on each side. Alright. Tap this other screw here. Got that on. Now we're going to go ahead and put our fan clutch on. Once you get it started and spline, you can just turn it with your hand. It'll start tightening up. And then you want to get a wrench or something to tighten it on up even further. I got the old handy dandy here. This works pretty good. You have to hold that pulley because if not, the pulley will spin on you. And you won't be able to get it tight. There you go. Got that tight. Spin to make sure we're good. Let's push it on. Now you have keepers that actually keep this line so it doesn't pop off. Sometimes you'll find them they're broke or they need to be replaced. Like my top one didn't even have one. You push it in there, it shouldn't come out. There we go. Top and bottom, do a pull on it. You're good. We're gonna hook up your other hose here. Across here. That's that hose, boom, boom, boom. We got all the hoses on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my air breather back on. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. Check, 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 no leaks. And run it before I put my cover back on, just in case there's a leak or anything. This is my air breather that I took off. It's pretty simple. This is the shroud cover that covers the front end. Always picking the recommended. This is the orange car. This is 50/50. So it's ready to use. You don't have to add any water or anything. So always make sure you put in the recommended kind for your particular vehicle. On here. And go ahead and start pouring back in your fluid. Pretty well got it topped off. I'm gonna leave my funnel there. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. I'm gonna do a double check. Hose connected, connected. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Nothing dripping over there. We're gonna start it up. Now that we have it running, we want to look, make sure don't see no leaks anywhere. It takes a while for it to warm up. And we should idle down. If it reaches temperature, then the thermostat will open and it may take more fluid. So we have to wait for it to reach temperature for a while. We'll just let it run. Any leaks, so I'm fair to say that I'm going to put my shroud and everything back on. These are little clips that you've seen that I took out. It's little plastic. You can get these replaced. A lot of times they break. Zone may have them, or O'Reilly's may have them. And they're just little plastic clips. You just push them in the hole and put the little screw deal inside of it. And that's all there is that holds it. And if you break a couple of them, don't worry about it. You can always replace them. Got two up here as well. And that's all it does is just hold this shroud on. And then we're going to go ahead and put the air breather back on. It sticks in the side over here. Just get it in like that, push it in the side wall. Like that, and then push it back into your exhaust manifold. Just like that. And when the screw that you took out, this one, it's a long one, it's only one. And it goes right here to hold it down. Now, there we go. All right, we finished everything. Just double check. I'm going to finish topping it off, run it a little while. If you had a leak, you would have noticed that you had a leak by now. Everything looks good. This is how you save yourself over $2,000. Someone would have charged you, any mechanic shop would have charged you $1,000 easily to change your radiator out. Different models, different cars, different prices. So, but anyway, you can find any of your parts that you're looking for in your vehicles. Just you can YouTube them. You can how to at YouTube, or you can always come to Helping Hand from OKC. If I hadn't done it, I know someone that has. So, but anyway, I just thank you guys. For those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. You can find me at Helping Hand OKC. That's Helping Hand OKC. Thank you. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.